Hello, epic viewers. Brace yourself for sheer epicness, because today another captivating, riveting, stellar unboxing is about to be brought to fruition. What item will I be unboxing? Let's find out. Let's dabble into the contents of the box. I'm going to extract the item from the box and subsequently flaunt it in front of the camera for you to feast your glorious eyes on. Let's let the unboxing commence. Here we go. So, as you can unequivocally see, we have the one and only illustrious Kakashi. This is not just an ordinary Kakashi figurine. We have a Kakashi statue. Unfortunately, to my dismay, it arrived beheaded. Apparently, it has interchangeable heads, so hopefully the issue of the statue being beheaded can be rectified in the pending future. I need to put the camera down real briefly so I can access with my hands. Fortunately, I don't have a tripod that's compatible with this camera at the moment, so I apologize about that, but just bear with me. I'm going to strive to open it. Unfortunately, it's taped around this perimeter, so I need to access my scissors and sever the seal. Once the tape has been ravaged, then I can showcase the item in its entirety. Alrighty, so here's a interchangeable head. He's not donning the mask. The mask is relegated to the side of his face, so his face is not obscured. Well, at least the eyes aren't obscured. Alright, we have the body with the appendages attached. That's good. We have the default head. The chin may actually be slightly chipped, so that's a salient issue. We have the tree, and the katana, as well as the sheath. Alright, here we have the base. It's a bit glossy, so I'm going to zoom out a bit and showcase all the items I received for slightly under $30. Do I have any qualms about this purchase decision? Let's find out. So these are the items that I procured via eBay. This is what you get if you purchase the Anbu Black Ops Kakashi statue. I need to assemble the statue real briefly. Just bear with me one brief moment. This will only take billions of picoseconds. I need to mount the tree to the base. I wonder what type of tree this is. Is it an oak tree? Who knows? There doesn't appear to be any instruction manual, so I just need to utilize my intuition to figure out how to build this. Alrighty, the pegs are not fitting into the peg holes for some peculiar reason. Maybe I need to exert more force. Alrighty. It's unusual that the peg holes don't fit into... It's unusual that the pegs don't fit into the peg holes. I've never encountered this issue before with a statue. I have a hunch that the pegs will break in due time. Alright. At least it's semi-inserted into the pegs. So now that the tree is semi-inserted into the pegs, it's partially mounted to the stand. I don't know how secure it is, but I have to make do with what I achieved and with what I have, in spite of its defects. So, as you can see, we have the two heads. I have a proclivity to utilize the head with both eyes open. The chins may be chipped on the bottom, so a little scuff agitates me. However, it's not the end of the world. So now I need to equip the head and give him his sheath and sword. I'm trying to figure out how I'm supposed to attach this. Okay, here we go. There's two minute peg holes on the back of his jacket, or on the back of his vest, I mean, and I'm trying to see if they can securely fit. There's no adhesive to allow the sheaths to firmly grip to the vest, so it's a dire issue, but hopefully it can hold and remain suspended on his vest, but it's having trouble holding in spite of how hard I push down on the pegs. Here, I'll show you the peg holes. And then here you have the pegs on the sides of the sheath. So it should be a snug fit, but it isn't. I can't adjust his arm as pre-posed. Maybe I can duct tape the sheath onto his vest. The peg hole should be widened. There's no large gaping peg holes anywhere on this figure. They're small even on the feet. I feel like the statue is shoddy because of the peg hole issues. Pegs can't fit into the peg holes. It shouldn't be burdensome. It should be relatively easy, but the statue is not designed efficiently. It's aesthetically appealing, but his peg holes aren't large enough, so I'll just have to make do with what I have. The peg holes embedded in his feet are just practically microscopic, but they're even smaller on the vest. So I wonder why it was designed this way. They did a poor job with the peg holes for my... They did a peg job. Let me just revamp that. For my assessment, they did a poor job with the peg holes. I'm pushing firmly. The feet just don't fit into the peg holes. I'm exerting a ton of pressure. Everything is futile. Everything's futile. Alright, this is utterly disappointing. None of the pegs can fit into the peg holes, so the Chinese version of this Ambu Black Ops Kakashi statue doesn't work. It's defective, even though it looks homogeneous to the Japanese version. It just doesn't work. So, because of the peg hole issues, the statue is non-usable. So, it's unfortunate that they made such a fatal blunder, but I'm going to have to take recourse and see if I can at least recoup my investment and regain the money I spent on this defective statue. And just to showcase one more time, I just wanted to pinpoint the sides of the peg holes. As you can see, they're extremely small, and then you have large pegs, so the pegs don't fit into the peg holes. I'll try once more. It should be a relatively easy fit, but it's not. Alright, I got the tree to mount to the base. Let's try this one more time. I can't give up so easily. The peg holes on the feet are just not large enough. They need to be enlarged. That's the crux of the issue. Maybe they can be widened somehow. Maybe if I smolter them and render a gaping hole in them, maybe their circumference can increase. Who knows? This is just eminently difficult. I'm exerting a ton of pressure, and I'm just unable to fit the peg into the minute peg hole. It's quite a shame and quite a pity, but if it's not working, it's not working. These peg holes need to be enlarged. I detest wasting my time doing this, but if this is what I need to do to utilize the statue, then I have no choice at this point. I could take recourse, but I may not be able to receive a full refund without having to return the item. I don't want to undergo the hassle of going to the post office to ship this back to China. I bet the Japanese version of the statue doesn't suffer any of these issues. That's my little hunch. Oh wow, the peg is now embedded in his foot. I was looking forward to this statue for over a year, but now that I know it's defective, my opinion about it has changed. It's no longer a covetable object. Even though Kakashi's revered and venerated, this statue iteration of him cannot live up to the consumer's minimum expectations. Alrighty, here we go. Somehow I need to get this peg in the last peg hole. Alrighty, I apologize about my incessant efforts, but I just detest giving up. It's not in my nature. I also spent a small fortune on this statue. I believe the grand total was $27, so after relinquishing 2,700 pennies, I am eager to assemble the statue, even if the pegs are not designed to fit in the peg holes. Alright, everything is just coming apart. I just need to take recourse and contact eBay. So thanks for watching. This is what you can expect to get if you buy the Kakashi statue via eBay from a Chinese seller. The statue is defective. The pegs are too large and the peg holes are too small. There is no quality control here. What a sheer and utter waste of money. Thanks for watching. I hope you deemed this video to be insightful and enthralling. Goodbye.